My wife was recently given the opportunity to open and head an upcoming branch in her company. This came with a significant pay increase, but also meant that we'd have to move from our hometown to an entirely new state. At first, Lynn was conflicted. This new role would entail more responsibility and, therefore, more stress. But we also needed the money. Lynn's the breadwinner for our family. I teach 9th grade history and coach soccer, but I only make enough to barely qualify as middle class when you subtract taxes and the cost of health insurance for my entire family. We'd always planned on just having one child, but the universe has a sick sense of humor. Lynn ended up giving birth to triplets, all girls, and even if Lynn makes more than me, we are severely underprepared. We could have afforded braces for one child, college tuition for one child, a good happy life for one child, but 3? Our house wasn't big enough. It was 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and even as our daughters turned 3, the cramped space was starting to take its toll on all of us. I didn't want to pressure Lynn into taking the job, but I hoped she would. I knew if we moved, I'd be able to find work pretty quickly. Teacher shortages have impacted America in the same widespread manner that a meteor would, so just about every school district has openings. If I had to travel to the next town to find work, it'd be no skin off my back. Fortunately, Lynn ended up taking the job. We had to pack, list our current house, try to find a listing in our new city, in a good school district, and relocate our entire lives. It was a whirlwind week, but things fell into place. We were able to find a house of equitable value to our old home in a nice neighborhood. The house cost a little bit more than our previous one, but it was much more extensive. It had 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and an updated kitchen. I should have known something was wrong with it from that alone, but I guess I was just focused on the bottom line. There was this hideous shag carpet in the living room. As soon as we moved in, my wife and I agreed that that would be the first thing to go. The realtor had told us that hardwood flooring was throughout the house, so I couldn't understand who had opted to cover it with this outdated carpet. Well, that was what I thought until we pulled up the carpet. "Daddy," my daughter said, "why did someone draw on the ground?" My wife stood with an armful of carpet, staring at the floor in confusion. A large pentagram with complicated foreign symbols was burned into the wood. There were also tape marks all over the floor that looked suspiciously like they were in the shape of slumped bodies. After a quick Google search, something I really should have bothered with beforehand, I learned the dark history of my house. It was the home to a strange sect of Satanists who had believed that their bodies were conduits to the demon realm. On January 3rd, 1973, the cult gathered in my living room, the leader drawing the pentagram and giving his disciples a cocktail of cyanide and vodka before beginning the summoning ritual that the group believed would welcome denizens of hell into this realm. While no demonic evidence was found, all of those people died. It was a mass suicide, and all the residents of my new town consider my home to be cursed. As my daughters play in the living room, I cannot help but be reminded that they are standing on the ground where people died.